Alright, so as you can see, I've got my whole finished look on. For most of this look, I'm using the Jaclyn Hill palette. Let's start with that Glam Glow primer. Here is some Benefit Porefessional that I'm just going to put on some of my like more textured areas, which I've become hesitant about using this lately because I did read somewhere that pore filling primers actually stretch your pores bigger or make them bigger or something because you're literally jamming stuff in there. I don't know. Anyway, I've got a crease wrinkle here that I try to like fill, and then wrinkles, laugh lines here that my foundation always sinks into, and then I've got big pores on my cheeks and chin, so I just kind of, it ends up being really like my whole face, but hey. Then I'm gonna use the Maybelline Fit Me Shine Free Plus Balance foundation in the color Classic Ivory. It's color 120 also, and this is for combination skin, so this actually makes me a little drier than I like, but then I just kind of like highlight to compensate, I guess. And then I'm going to use the XO Beauty Flat Face Brush, which is by a New Zealand YouTuber called xoxo. I've been watching her for a long time. I really like her accent. If you by chance happen to like makeup videos or beauty videos, she's fun to listen to her talk. And she's good at what she does. If you don't like makeup so much, she also does like hauls and PR hauls and unboxing. So like she gets so many PR packages and then she'll do like a 30 to 45 minute unboxing, which is usually pretty interesting, and then you kind of get to see like New Zealand and Australian brands as well. I have like all of the Mary Kay foundations because I sold Mary Kay for a little bit, and so that's usually actually what I use for my foundation. This one is almost out, as you can see, so I'm super professionally just like gonna squeeze a little on my head, go from there, because I just want a little more coverage, and also like this is more the right color, I feel like. This is Ivory 5 Combination to Oily Matte Wear Liquid Foundation from Mary Kay, their Time Wise collection. I don't even know if that's like a recent, like, I don't know if that's still what they call it or anything like that, but yeah, this might sound bad, but I definitely recommend selling Mary Kay, or at least getting into selling Mary Kay, because when you sign up for like $100 and you get like so much free makeup involved with that. I'm going to take more of the Fit Me and just get under my eye, because I do still have some mascara and eyeliner residue on there. It is making things a little dark, and I want to like press this in, but to be honest, this brush is kind of hurting me. I think these brushes are getting a little old because I don't remember having issues in the past, but they're like getting to the point where they're scratchy. I don't know if anyone else has had that problem, but most of the brushes you see me use, if they're black with silver, they're the xoxo brushes, which have served me really well over the years. Like, I've had these for at least 3 years, and I'm not a person that takes super good care of them, but like also, like I said, I'm not a person that does my makeup every day, so they don't get like worn out as quick. I don't know if that's even a thing. Anyway, I do have like wrinkles under my eyes pretty bad. It's not like a bag, but it's like a deep wrinkle. I don't know if that classifies as a bag. Anyway, what I like to do to set my under eye is take the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette and get my fingers all in the side of it. No, just kidding. But I take this dual paddle brush. Yeah, and do white peach and peaches and cream. And then I like to kind of look up to try to get that crease out as much as possible, but since I've been rubbing on my face, trying to take my makeup off, it's going to be pretty creasy, but we'll just have to ignore it. Hopefully the thumbnail will be okay. I don't honestly know how to do a thumbnail, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I just mixed the white peach, peaches and cream, and this is how I've been setting my under eye lately. Also, I tend to do like a bright inner corner highlight, but then like this looks extra dark, so I kind of want to lighten that up as well. So take white peach more than anything, just like in there. So this is technically a chit chat get ready with me, or like that's what I'm saying it is, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm just trying to stay awake because I told my boyfriend we would go for a run, and I knew if I got in bed I wouldn't want to get out of bed. So here we are. It is 8:30 and I started filming the first video like 6:30. So anyway, but I think this one is gonna run a lot faster. I'm taking peaches and cream with that paddle brush still just over my lid. It's gonna make the rest of my shadows really a lot easier to blend, just kind of like a base shadow, and it matches my skin tone well, so that's pretty nice. I am going to take a Pooter from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. It's this one here. I'm going to take Pooter and just kind of use that as my transition shade. I am someone that has kind of downturned eyes, like they're round but they're like down, not up, I guess. So sometimes when I do something smoky, it can tend to make them look closed off, but also like this eye is more deep set than this one, so like I almost need a facelift on this side. Like I just need it to like lift like a little. So trying hard to compensate and make my eyes symmetrical is like a big part of my issues when I try to do my makeup. But what I'm gonna try to do is like flick up at the edge here so I can try to get that like awake look instead of like closed off, hopefully. It will be interesting to see how this all goes the second time around. I don't know. Nobody needs to take makeup tips from me per se, but I'm just gonna tell you what I do. We can go from there. Alright. I am not one that usually goes for blue eyeshadows at all. In fact, filming the first video was the first time I ever touched it. It's called Twerk in the Jaclyn Hill palette, but I'm kind of obsessed now. Super, super pretty, for sure. Okay, then I'm gonna do a little bit warmer and a little bit deeper with the color Mocha, also from the Jaclyn Hill palette, and just kind of get in the crease even more and deepen it up even more. And also try to create kind of like an outer V out here. Okay, and then what I want to do is I want to take this Luxie 249 brush, which is double-sided, and I really like this blender brush. It's super soft but also smaller than the other, so I don't know. I don't like that it's small, but it does feel better on my skin. So I'm going to use that for a while, and I'm going to go in with Central Park, also from the Jaclyn Hill palette, and continue with that theme of like working this outside corner darker and then also getting the crease darker. I'm going to take the other end of this Luxie brush, which is like shedding. It's got like one hair sticking up. Don't know if you can see it, but it's more of like a flat paddle brush, but it's like very loose. It's not dense. And then I'm going to take 24/7 and kind of like pat it on, not pack it, but if I wanted to pack it, I should definitely use a different brush, but this is what I got. So I'm going to do that and pack that on the lid. It's going to be underneath the blue shade, which is called Twerk. And then it will kind of blend, or we'll kind of blend it with Twerk. But I do love this color. If I was going out, I would probably just stop here. I would just be done. One thing that I really like about this 24/7 is it's bronzy and warm enough that you could wear it with like orangey reds or like super warm browns, but also it's cool enough that you could wear it with black too, and it would be super, I think, super pretty way to kind of like dress down a black smoky eye. Like if you did black in the crease and then this on the lid, then you could like really smoke it out. So I'm gonna go ahead in with the blue shade now. Again, it's called Twerk. It's from that Jaclyn Hill palette, and I am gonna do it with a wet brush. So I did wet my brush here, and I'm gonna go first in the closest part of my tear duct here, and then work my way out from there to blend it with 24/7. And I hope it's gonna end up like a faux cut crease, kind of, hopefully, is what I'm going for, which mostly I just didn't cut it because I don't have a concealer I like. Alright y'all, you must have caught me on a determined day, because we're about to finish this video, finish it, for the third time. I have started over my makeup several times at this point so that I could redo it, because we're learning. We're learning. So yeah, I'm gonna finish now. And my camera is going to have enough memory and enough battery to get through the end. So if anything looks a little different, it's because it's been taken off and redone. Okay. So, going back to the eyes, or finishing the eyes, we're going to go in with the blue. I'm using the XO Beauty eyeshadow brush with the Jaclyn Hill color Twerk. And I've already got it started, but we're gonna pack in closer to the inner corner and slowly blend it out towards the middle. I want the inner corner to be super pigmented. And I'm gonna go in on the other side as well. And at this point now, this brush is actually dry, so you're getting an accurate representation of what it applies like dry. I don't know if I'm crazy, but I feel like it looks less electric blue and more purple with the brush dry. Like, I think this side is more blue than this side now. So if you have a color preference, I mean, but maybe I'm just nuts. At this point, it's totally possible. Alright. don't know if you can hear Sage's TV downstairs, but all of a sudden I can, so that's what it is. Alright, and then I'm going to take Obsessed, which is this color here, just on my finger, and do a little swirl, and then press on the inner corner. And then same over here. And then kind of bring it in here. To finish that inner corner highlight, I'm going to just kind of take some on this brush here and blend it into the blue slightly. Just to keep the gradient going. Alright, then I'm going to take what is left on my brush of that blue color and just run it along my lower lash line here. I don't want it to be super blue or anything like that or pull focus from the lid. I just want it to make sure it's all cohesive. Then I'm going to take the Luxie brush, this blender brush side, the blender side again, and go in with Mocha just under the eye here. I want to make this rounded part out here go in to the under eye all in one piece. I don't want to have this like empty piece here. I don't know if you see it, but it goes like in and then over. So I want that to blend together better. And that helps too if you go from the outer corner and just flick. Then if you get a little messy out here, you can finish it up once you finish your face makeup. Alright, then I'm going to take this dual paddle brush again, and I'm going to take in Light and Beam, these two colors, just like 2 taps. And highlight the brow bone. I usually like to start at the highest point, drag down, and then kind of drag up the other way. So there is that, and I think that the eyes are done as far as shadow goes, and then we'll just do mascara. I did use Queen of the Fill Tinted Brow Gel, and I just kind of sweep it along and yada yada yada. Then I'm going to use Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I feel like my lashes do take mascara differently. I think that this side, they grow super straight, and this side grow super curled, so it's always a struggle to keep my mascara similar, at least, as far as what my lashes look like. So I'm just gonna kind of layer that on. And then if I had false lashes, I would put them on, but I don't have them. Then let's go and finish the face. I'm going to use this XO Beauty powder brush and the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil to bronze. I'm going to do the top of my forehead first, just because I like to make my forehead look shorter, and creating that shadow effect does that. And then I'm going to bronze my temples. My forehead is always the tannest part of my face, so it always looks most natural to have that more bronze. Like, I know full glam isn't bronze, or isn't natural, but I pretty much always do my face makeup the same. So I kind of pinch this brush in on my cheeks so that I can get a contour effect with my bronzer, and then I feel like it almost like blends at the same time. I'm not someone that likes a super cut bronze contour, either or. And then I did go ahead and put like contour my jawline as well, but then I'm gonna go ahead also and blend it out and blend my foundation down my neck as well. And then for highlight, actually I'm gonna do blush. I'm using the NYX Pinched color like this, and it's broken, so I just tap through the hole here. Powder brush again, and I put kind of a lot of blush on because I think that it fades quickly, and also I just like blush. But I always like to do the most here, like on the apple of my cheek, and then go for like a gradient, so it should be like less toward my nose and less towards the back, so I just blend it towards my hairline. Alright, and then I forgot to contour my nose, but I'm going to use this bronzer brush from XO Beauty and the Chocolate Soleil again. I just pinch it down so that it's long and flat, and then I tap and just make 2 light strokes on the side of my nose, and then I go ahead and blend. I like to kind of contour the like flaps of my nose here because I think it's kind of bulbous at the bottom. So I like shadow that part so that it looks longer and sleeker. At least in my mind it does. And then for highlight, I actually use the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette. I don't really like a blinding highlight. I'm more like a glow. So I actually mix Silk Teddy and Honey Pot. And I will do more of one or the other depending on the time of year. Like I'll use Silk Teddy more in the winter. Because it's a cooler tone, and Honey Pot more in the summer because it's like a golden-y tone and it just gives me summer vibes. But I just kind of concentrate it here and then blend and then go up into my temples. And same on this side. And then I just take a little bit and go down the center of my nose with the tip of that brush. Then I do Cupid's bow, chin, and then center of forehead there. Then lastly for my nose, I just take a little on my tip of my finger and just put it right there. And then I take a clean finger and blend it a little until I get the desired effect. I'm going to take a little more golden color. And I'm also going to take more golden color for the cheeks too. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and do the lips now. I have this really old Rimmel lip pencil that I'm going to use underneath a nude lip paint from Tarte. It's called Birthday Suit, but it's just a little bit too nude for me. So I'm going to put this pinky underneath. And I do have a chapstick on, which I really like because helps make it easier to blend out the lip liner. And also when you put a matte liquid lip on, sometimes it can look dry. Like, yes, it is dry, but it can look like your lips are cracking like the desert. So I like to put chapstick on first. I love the liquid lip trend because I'm a person that doesn't reapply lipstick. So like if it's on, it's on. If it's off, it's off. But the matte liquid lips tend to stay on, which I like. In the era, like when they first started doing Kylie lip kits and the craze of like overlining your lips, I really had trouble doing lipstick because I tried too hard to follow the trend of like making my lips look bigger, but I think it looks better, like now that I've moved past that trend, I think it looks better if I just have them how they are and like maybe fix the symmetry, if anything, like just symmetrical. Alright, and that's the finished look. I hope that you enjoyed it. It started out as a chit chat, get ready with me, and kind of turned into a tutorial as I was learning about my camera. So if you did want to see more makeup tutorials from me, you can comment or do a thumbs up or even subscribe if you like. But I don't know what direction my channel is going to be headed in. I'm thinking I'll do a lot of like vlogging lifestyle type stuff, but I do really enjoy makeup, and so if this is something that you're interested in seeing, I love doing it, so I'd certainly do that for you. Thanks for watching. I think I have good enough photos. If they look like shit, I'll just Facetune them anyway. The depth of my anger. My boyfriend was just in here disrupting my peace, but he said we can't use her because she's our competition, so fuck her. I think I'm pretty moisturized, plus when I washed my face this morning I moisturized. This foundation is probably honestly expired, but like, it works. I'm gonna try to reach for my phone without getting makeup on my boob. This is gonna get worse before it gets better, y'all.